Hi lovelies, thanks for joining me today. In today's video I'm going to do this eyeshadow look using the new Instant Eye palette from Charlotte Tilbury. I love these 12 pan palettes and I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them counting this one, but they are just awesome. So if you would like to see how I created this look using the Smoky Eyes Are Forever palette from Charlotte Tilbury, just keep watching. Hi guys, my name is Ange. Welcome to my channel where I love to share all things beauty and lifestyle aimed at the more mature woman as I navigate my more mature years. I also do lots of eyeshadow tutorials aimed at the hooded downturned eye because that is what God gifted me with. So if that sounds like you and content you would be interested in, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button down below. I do upload videos on a weekly basis, and if you'd like to be notified each time I do, don't forget to click on that notification bell down below. Now when I first saw this palette I wasn't sure if I was going to get it because I felt it was very similar to last year's palette, the Starry Eyes to Hypnotize, and I saw swatches and thought maybe it's a little bit different, but is it? So I did get it. I'm not unhappy with it, but I do feel it is a little bit similar to the Starry Eyes to Hypnotize. The bonus in last year's one is that you had blue and silver, very cool toned in this outer trio, but you do have a green trio as well. You do have this warm and then you have this neutral. In here the differences would be that the neutral here is more pinky, the greeny trio is more neutral. The warms in the new palette are very similar, but looking very closely they are very similar. And then the darker version, rather than having the blues, is just pink, brown and black. So I think if you have the Starry Eyes to Hypnotize, you don't necessarily need to go out and purchase the Smoky Eyes Are Forever because there are some similarities between the two. But I am always a sucker for Charlotte Tilbury, and after seeing swatches, I had talked myself out of it, and then I saw swatches and went ahead and got it. I know I'll get use out of them because I do use these palettes a lot. As with all Charlotte Tilbury's Instant Eye palettes, these retail for $75 US. You can get them from charlottetilbury.com, Sephora US, Cult Beauty, and in New Zealand it is actually available at Mecca Beauty after being told at the very beginning of Charlotte Tilbury being launched here in New Zealand that we weren't going to get it, and I believe you can get it off Beautylish as well. So I will leave links down below for that, and $75 US. So let's get into some swatches and then we'll hook into the eye look. Is swatches of both palettes. This is the new Smoldering Eyes Are Forever, and the top row across here is the Eyes to Hypnotize. Now the greeny shades definitely are similar. You have a taupe in both, you have an olivey green in both, although the olivey green in the Smoldering Eyes Forever is a little bit more brighter, bit more gold in it, and the shimmer shade in that trio is more peachy glittery rather than champagne in the Eyes to Hypnotize. This trio too is very similar. This matte is a little bit more pinky than the terracotta rust colour in the new palette. The black in this latest palette, the Smouldering Eyes Are Forever, is much more pigmented than the black in the Starry Eyes to Hypnotise. And so there are some similarities there. And just a few differences. So I really do believe that if you have the Starry Eyes to Hypnotise, you do not need to purchase the Smouldering Eyes Are Forever. Okay, so I've primed my eyes with the Mario Prep and Set Compact. I'm going to go in with the palest shade, Love Eyes. It looks whitish on the screen, but it's actually a very, very pale pink. So I'll take a Morphe R40 and pop that all over the lid, lash line to brow. Now my eyes, I've tried very gently removing my lash extensions today. Better to have them all off than to have 3 or 4 still hanging on. Okay, so that is the prime shade from the Love Eyes. Next, I'm going to go in with the prime shade from the Power Eyes as my, with the same brush, transition come crease. So I'm just doing little circular motions in the outer corner. And into the little hollow, following that shape in the little hollow on my inner eye. Just building that up. It's a nice, really neutral shade. Do we see a little bit of patching? Or is it my folds in my skin? I think it's my folds in my skin. Okay. It's better. I actually quite like the tone of that. I'm just going to buff it up towards the tail of my eye so that the shape is very similar to my eyebrow rather than coming down. I just want to have it complement the shape of my brow rather than coming down and being a bit more droopy than my brow. So just blending that up towards the tail. Try a Wayne Goss number 18. I'm going to go in with this taupey shade, which is the smoke shade in the Power Eyes. Let's try that in the outer corner of the eye. A little bit of fallout. And I'm just tapping that in that outer portion of the eyelid. It's quite nice. That's quite a nice olive green. So I'm going to take that to halfway of my eyelid. And I might sweep it a bit more. It's a really nice olivey green. Using the same brush and same colour, I'm going to actually run that under my under eye. I'm going to take a Refa 02, and what colour do I want to put all over my lid? I'm going to go for the smoke shade, and I don't know why you would call that a smoke shade when it's so shimmery, from the first trio Love Eyes. It's very impactful. I think I could probably do a video with multiple looks using this palette. If you are interested, let me know down in the comments below, and it can be arranged. Maybe not this side of Christmas, but I could definitely film that if you are interested. So that is quite an impactful shimmer. I want to add a little bit more oomph to the outside. I don't know whether to go for happy eyes or confident eyes. Let's go for something a little bit warm to mix in with the olive green. So happy eyes, I'm taking my Sonia G Pencil Pro, and I'm just going to run that on the outer wee bit of the eye, and do I want it in the outer corner? Why not? And I might take this up and into the crease. So basically I've just drawn a line in that area, because now I'm going to go and soften it with a blending brush. So it does look a bit dodgy at the moment because I've literally just drawn a line. Then I'm going to go back in with our blending brush and the transition shade that I used, and I'm just going to buff those edges to soften that in that upper lid area. It's a little bit more dramatic than what I thought I was going to go for earlier, but those colours all mix together really well. Now, something that you can do if you feel when you've done your eyeshadow that it is a little bit heavy or dark, there is a little trick that you can follow to tone things down a little bit, and that is by taking a translucent pressed powder or a powder foundation and a big fluffy blending brush. So I'm just using my double wear just to show you how you can just take it down a notch, and that is just by using that translucent powder or powder foundation and buffing out around the edges. So it's without taking any additional colour in there, and it just helps blend things along a little bit. Looking pretty good in my book. Let's see if we should do a corner highlight. I'll try the little pink shade in the Love Eyes. I think I'm probably too pink for an inner corner. Yeah, it is. But we'll pop that in there. It's not the lightest shade. And I'll just blend that in to that cream shade. The two new products that I wanted to try out today for my natural lashes which aren't flash, but I'm going to give them a go and see if it makes a difference on my eyelashes, ladies. It's going to make a difference on yours. So I got the Lancome Sills Booster XL, which is a lash primer, and the Lancome Lash Idol Lash Lifting Volumizing Mascara. So I'm going to try those. I'm still on the hunt for my Holy Grail mascara. And when it comes to my sad little piddly lashes, I need all the help I can get. Now, I have noticed I do have fallout here. So I'm just going to take my Hourglass latest palette I've bought and just try to buff that away. Hopefully it's not making me look 1,000 years old. Definitely fallout from that palette. Okay, my Kevin Aquan eyelash curlers, and I've got a cute little mirror that I got from Sephora a long time ago as a VIB gift, and it has a magnifying side and a normal side. So I do have one last flare of extensions in this eye. Let's see how this is going to work. Okay, that has curled, and we'll try the lash primer. I've never used a lash primer before, so it doesn't say whether you let it dry. There's no instructions in here. My lashes have just gone straight flat, flopped again. This is why I do give in and use lash extensions or falsies. This may have been an well, not a cheap experiment anyway. God, that reminds me of PVA glue. It really does. Texture reminds me of PVA glue. Now I'm going to recurl the other lash because it's flopped straight back down again, probably because absolutely has flopped straight back down again, and I do think that's probably because the primer was very wet. Let's try this mascara. I'm trying this mascara because Andrea Ali likes it, who's an absolute stunning makeup artist based in Paris. She's so gorgeous. Do you think they'll stay upright? I am going to put falsies on as well, but I wanted to try this combination out. Together, that was a waste of $100. Because that's what it cost me to buy both of those products. I think it's just my lashes. I don't think it's the product, but never mind. Okay, I'm taking Wayne Goss's Essential Eye Kohl in Rich Hazel, and I'm going to line my waterline with that. And I'm going to do another experiment that could go horribly wrong, but I'm going to have another go at my magnetic lashes. Everyone seems to be loving them, and I didn't, mainly because the black magnetic eyeliner, when I apply it, because of my hooded eyes, even with the lashes on, transfers to a big black line on my upper lid. But we will try it and see how we go. So I'm just going to line this off camera because it's too hard getting too close to the mirror and getting this right, and I'm not very good with liquid liner at the best of times. Putting my lash up a little bit in the corner to help lift my hooded eyes. Okay, I hope this works because I'm not very good at magnetic lashes, and I want to put that on Everyone makes them look so easy, and it's just not for me. I've tried the magnetic lashes, they haven't stuck, so I'm going to take them off and put on normal lashes. Oh boy, lashes are a challenge. So I finally got some Lily lashes on, and I have glued them just up on the outer corner of my eyelid where I did the little wing. So at the ends they're not attached to my lashes. At the very end I've raised them just a little bit and glued them to my eyelid just a tiny little bit so that my eyes appear more lifted. Sorry that I didn't get that on camera, but that was such a mission. But that is the finished look using the new Charlotte Tilbury palette, and it's the Instant Eye Palette. Smoky eyes are forever, and I think I did a little bit of a smoky eye even though it has got some shimmer on it. So very happy with that look. I did try to use several colours from the palette. Do let me know in the comments below if you would like me to do some more looks using this palette. I could probably do a 3 looks, 1 palette using this, and come up with some other options for you. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button down below and subscribe to my channel. I would love to see you back. As I said, I upload videos on a weekly basis, and it would be great to see you here. I hope you've all had a beautiful and a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. See you later, guys. Bye.